8:07 p.m., April 7th, 2026. I slept in the shed most of the day today. As I say in my post here, I'm tired. I'm tired of fighting liar frauds alone for 13 years. I feel exhausted. Sometimes it just hits me. I'm like just alone for 13 years. I mean, I spent some time with my parents, between parents' red and white barn home. Stayed with them a lot between 2014 and 2017, but since 2017, I'm completely alone. I have had no visitors since 2016, and it takes its toll being alone all the time at times, and I'm just right now feeling really exhausted of waking up every day and having to fight against people I don't know who they are, all these frauds. As I've said, there's at least 5 white people, I think, 2 black people at least, at least 2, like a male and a female, Latino, Hispanic, and at least 2 Asian people. And I'm not sure what other people that, I'm fighting false claims against, fighting, people trying to steal my physics or science theories, poems, blogs, inventions, my life's work. It's not like, they stole, it was indicated they stole a refrigerator out of one of my properties. It's not like they stole a refrigerator, in addition to stealing a refrigerator. They're trying to steal my very soul, which is my earth science theories, my physics theories, my poems, my blogs, my inventions, my singing voice. That's one of the black people. Black comedian has indicated that he's trying to steal my singing voice. So I've been asleep a lot in the shed today because I just feel exhausted. April 7th, 2026, 8 p.m. Slept again 3:30 to 7:50 alone inside the shed, half-mile north of Fairbank, and it's just pitch dark in here, so this is all you can see. I don't have any lighting other than the vehicle, and the vehicle's battery died, as it always does. When I pull in the shed, it drains the battery. Somehow they do that. Since 2017, they can do it when I park on this property, drain the batteries of the vehicles. I suspect there's some kind of tunnel or something under here, or, whatever they're doing, they've installed something closely enough that they can drain the batteries of the vehicles where I park. iPad feels smaller again, unsure if it did before when I woke up. Unsure if fraud switched it as I slept, as they have often since 2013. I'll show my scarred finger. It still says yesterday, April 6th. 6:55. And in my other markers, it seems like they stole my blue, red, and black markers too out of here. So I don't know if they had access to anything to communicate, but I haven't communicated with anyone today except to write an email early in the morning to the property owners that I have land contracts with. I forgot that when I posted earlier that I sent an email earlier, but I did send an email to the company that I have land contracts with. That's my little license plate things. They're up in the dash a lot of times. F1 Exlante, valuable stones here. Blue. This flashlight's getting weak, but they do glow blue. You can kind of see on that one. But there they are in the light. All Testis diamond. And my other one is under here somewhere. There, 10-pounder. One looks like meteorite to me. And then we go at the top here. It shows it's at Wade second. That's x.com/WADES2ND, and I can hit the post for that, and you can see I can post on it. Here is me logged into my I am Wade Heineman. I am WADEHEINEMAN. You see, post on that. Again, my iPad feels a lot smaller. I don't know if it did before when I woke up, and sometimes it's a trick of my senses, but they do switch my iPad with a cloned one sometimes. So, if, it's indicated when they switch it that they've looked at child porn or gay stuff or whatever they do. I don't look at that stuff. So they're just liars, frauds that stage lies and sometimes switch my devices when I'm asleep. I don't know what else they would have done. Like I said, the only communication I sent today was the email to the land contract owners for my properties, 45 properties. There's my heater down on the floor. That was unplugged when I woke up the first time. And the first time I woke up was, 2:05 p.m. So I wasn't awake very long when I fell asleep again. It says there was a post at 11:22 a.m. I don't believe I was awake, so the frauds may have deleted and reposted it if they had access there. If there was any communication stage, I didn't communicate, but I did send an email early in the morning, like 6:50 a.m. or so. I don't remember exactly what time it was, to the land contract owners. My heater was unplugged when I awoke. Before that, 4 a.m. I drove from my parents' red and white barn home, half-mile north of Fairbank, Iowa, in the machine shed here. I always do this. I document where I go, time I'm doing things on X. I do this always for the last several years. People know I do this. So if they're not seeing it, they're not, I don't know why they wouldn't be, but I also double posted in my YouTube description. So if I go to my YouTube videos, and turn my freaking thing. So I have to go to actually I just got to click on the video, don't I? Okay. Because I'm not used to doing this myself. Click on more, and then you go down here and click on more for the description, and then there's a list of, that's me. YouTube.com/@IAM. I like hearing my own voice when I'm talking on videos. Like I said, it's a very unnatural thing for me to do, to post videos of myself. I hate being on camera. But I've gotten better at it over the years. I just not natural at doing videos. So, plus they screw them up. If they didn't, if the digital deceivers didn't mess with my videos and put wrinkles on my face that aren't there, like below my eyes or around my eyes, or make me look wider or uglier by distorting the picture, I would post them more regularly. But since they distort my photos anyway and try to make it look like they're not me or not mine, that's why I don't do face videos all the time, because it's not the camera that is messing up. It is they are intentionally altering the videos once they're posted or during the process of being posted. But you can see here I'm posting most of the important posts. I don't post all the political ones on here. I've been against the war in Gaza. I've been against Israel for a solid year now, I think. So there should never have been anything positive from me on Israel or Benjamin Netanyahu. I think Benjamin Netanyahu is the worst person in the world. And it would be best if he was arrested and imprisoned for the rest of his life. Second person I say that about is Bill Gates. I always say Bill Gates should be arrested and in prison. And lately, our president, I feel, is betraying us and sabotaging the United States of America. I don't see why Everybody doesn't see what I see with that, but starting a war in Iran after he took $10 billion for a sham board of peace, and then, taking very risky actions with our military, murdering innocent people in Iran that didn't do anything wrong to deserve being attacked by our military. He's a mass murderer as far as I'm concerned, with starting the war by mass murdering over 100 schoolgirls in Iran. And ever since, they're just keep murdering more people. And Iran was a peaceful country for 2,000 years, and I feel the only reason he's doing it is for Israel. Which is a betrayal of us, and he makes him a traitor for doing what he's doing, attacking innocent people, putting us at risk, and raising our prices at home for everything. I don't see why everybody doesn't see it this way, but I would, at this point, want him impeached and removed, and have his legacy stripped from him. I think he's destroying our country at this point. But we should be defending our own country, not the Department of War that goes out and destroys our reputation while he kills innocent people that didn't do anything wrong. For Israel, a foreign country that has destroyed our own country. That's my opinion, and that's been my opinion consistently. I don't waver on these opinions. And again, did I show my hand size? I don't remember, but there it is. 10.7 inches. I have to hold my... there's the glow of the mirror. It doesn't show up very good on the phone. Again, cheap phone camera. And it's just batteries dying in this. But it is April 7th, 2026. Been in the shed most of the day. Like I said, I'm just tired of getting up every day and having to battle against staged lies and people breaking into my vehicle as I sleep, using surveillance to tip them off when I fall asleep. And, they have to break into the shed, and then because it's locked on both ends, blocked and locked on both ends, and they have to break into my vehicle at 2. And usually that my battery is dead, so that means they would have to have a key. But I don't know how often they've broken in recently. It's hard for me to tell. So anybody that has had valuable stones other than me and claims to have had any connection or any know me in any way, they're thieving the valuable stones from my possession since April 2024. I don't know anyone who's had any valuable stones. They're stealing them from me. And then they try to claim I work for them or I'm their dog, pet, cat, robot, or animal. No, they're frauds. They're liars. They're cowards. They're thieves. They have no honor, no integrity, no courage, no bravery, and no character. I've never been in the military, never been married, not been on a plane or jet since 2006. 2011. I am Wade Allen Heineman, 54 years old. Green eyes, 6'1", about 245 pounds at this point. I wouldn't be this heavy if it wasn't for energy attacks injuring my legs for a year now. And I wouldn't be in jeopardy of losing any of my properties right now. I'd be in a very good financial position. And like I said, it's kind of amusing to me when people don't know if I have money or not, and they don't trust that I have valuable stones or not, because then you see the reality of people, the people that are, truly good people, or the people that only value you if you have, resources. And it's definitely people, there's more people that discredit you and devalue you if they don't think you, or they doubt that you have resources. So that's a good thing to see that. I compared it to sand filtering through your pockets. And it's a good thing not to have sand in your pockets weighing you down. So, it's enough that I've had to deal with 13 years of torture. I don't know anyone else who has. John McCain wasn't in, wasn't in the Hanoi Hilton for 13 years. I stayed at my parents a lot, 2014 and 2017. So the real isolation started in 2017. But the only people I have contact with are cashiers, clerks, sometimes my parents, but they lock me out of the house at night. I mean, it's not, well, they don't want me to come in there for the most part. My mom only likes me to visit for less than an hour, and I haven't talked to either one of them for over a week now. I didn't visit with anybody on Easter. I was alone all Easter, like I have been every holiday since 2017. And these frauds keep on staging their lies. They have no souls in them. All these people who stage lies, they don't have a soul. I mean, to do that to a tortured man, they know I'm completely alone. They know I'm completely isolated. I don't have anyone. I'm doing this battle alone. Anyone that claims to be part of my team, you're just getting me tortured longer. You're not my team unless you're just people helping me that I don't, you should not be getting any money out of it because I didn't agree to you being part of a team, and I've never been part of a team. So you would just be stealing from me if you're getting something out of it, like valuable stones or whatever. And I still have never known that skinny black guy that wears pajama pants since 2017. He's stalked me at times, like in Owine at U.S. Cellular, at the grocery store in Owine back in, I don't know, a few years ago. He followed me up to my lawyer's a couple of times, and he was at the Wells Fargo Bank in Waterloo when I deposited money for the people that owned the properties. He's not one of them. He's one of the frauds. And then there's the white guy who drives semi that was there that day too at Wells Fargo when I deposited money for my properties. He is a criminal as well. He's in his 30s, I would say. The black guy, I would say, is in his 20s. He wears pajama pants always. I guess that's his fraud calling card, is that he wears pajama pants all day long. Don't know who he is. Don't know who the white semi-truck driver is. They're criminal frauds. And I'm certain of that because they stalk me. And they don't tell me, they're not telling me who they are. I don't know who they are. They're one of the, 5 unknown white people at least that have defrauded me, and probably more than that. 2 unknown black people. I have descriptions of those people. One is a black male comedian, and one is a skinny, bushy-haired female since 2016, and I believe trying to steal my science ideas or poems or whatever. The white people are a truck driver, and I believe that one is one of them, the guy I saw at Wells Fargo. Or motorcycle rider. I know that's a white guy that's been around here. I don't know who he is. I don't know anyone that rides motorcycles since 2005. I believe the coffee barista is probably white. I don't know who that is either. I don't know who any of these people are. And then there's, I forget what the other white people are at the moment, but that I believe are white people. The gay guy, whoever he is, I've never known a gay person in my life. I've never wanted to be with a male. Never been with a male. I've never had female parts. I never tried to be female. I've never tried to transition. These are all staged lies, and it's exhausting to try and fight all of them all the time. It's just 13 years of this alone, and I'm isolated. It's, these people, the only people that I communicate with are clerks and cashiers when I go in to buy something. So it's kind of like, and I'm not saying I'm in prison, but it's kind of like they're the jailers. Like, those are the people I talk to. That's it. I don't have anyone else to talk to. Everything else is staged lies. Like I said, my parents have me locked out of there when I go park there at night, which is very disheartening because my grandparents used to just have open doors for everybody. Like, they never locked their doors. People would come in and talk to them, and they loved it. And my parents don't really want me to visit. and for an hour is usually the maximum my mother wants me there, and she'll basically kick me out. So this has been going on since 2017. I don't know if my mother tried to claim any of my physics theories, and that's why she's doing it, but I've never assaulted my mother. My mother started arguments with my father, myself, and before my sister, our whole lives. My mother has borderline personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, and my father has narcissistic personality disorder. So, you cannot rely on my parents to tell the truth about me all the time. They don't. And that's the most painful part of this. As I've said since 2013, the most painful part of all of this is when my parents don't tell the truth about me, deny who I am, or that I'm their son, basically. That's what I'm saying with that. That I'm 54 years old, born in Iowa, 11/4/71, and I don't know if there's someone else intervening that has stolen my DNA and my teeth as I sleep, parts of my teeth as I sleep since 2016 to try and prove that they're me. I suspected Tommy Robinson, a politician from Europe, came here in 2013, 2014 on a fake passport, and my son disappeared at the same time. Then I know he's not my son. He's just a criminal fraud. And I suspected, all kinds of other people, because nobody tells me who any of the frauds are, who's stealing my DNA, who's stealing my papers, who's stealing my receipts, who's trying to claim that I have things of theirs when they're breaking in and documenting my things and trying to claim my things are theirs. Like recently I said it's called an imagined visa. That's the actual name of it. It's indicated that they're trying to claim that as theirs. I've not been able to set up an online account for it. So, I'm concerned that they're trying to claim it's theirs, as they've done this stuff before. I don't ever have anyone else's cards. They're all mine. They've always been mine. I have no intermixing of finances with anyone. I've never been married, not been on a plane. I've already said all that stuff. But it's all frauds. They are all frauds. It is completely dark in here, so I don't really have, anything else to show. I already showed everything that I use for identity, basically. So it's now 8:30 p.m., April 7th, 2026. I'm half mile north of Fairbank, Iowa, in the machine shed, and I'm just exhausted from dealing with my life every day when I'm the one telling the truth about everything regarding my life. Anybody that says anything other than what I say on this account about my life is lying. They're thieving, lying, fraudulent pieces of garbage. And if they're lying about my life and I've been tortured for 13 years, they're pieces of garbage. That's just a fact. Signing off.